Hello everyone and welcome back to my Mass Effect Legendary Edition Platinum Guide. In today's episode, it's going to be fairly lengthy, so I go ahead and apologize now in case this video does go over an hour long. I will try to get it done as quickly as possible, but we do have a lot to go over today. Firstly, I want to apologize. I know we are in episode 8 now, and so far, the previous 7 episodes have been kind of lackluster in my opinion. Looking back over them, I'm noticing that my lack of tone has been kind of like down and almost depressing when listening to my commentary. I want to apologize for that. I've been going through a lot over the past few months. I've been in and out of doctor's offices trying to get everything sorted out. Luckily, I finally got the results I've been looking for. Everything is normal. I am fine. I am healthy, mostly. And I'm looking forward to finally being able to focus on this more. So I deeply apologize for the lack of enthusiasm while getting these videos put together. I do enjoy making videos, I do enjoy making these types of guides, and I'm hoping that you are still here with me and are continuing to support me as we continue on this journey. Now, in the last episode, you would have noticed that I made the mistake of having to completely start over due to a trophy issue that I ran into while recording prior. And now all of my squad points are in different allocations than what they were previously. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment to go over those now. But first, we're going to go ahead and make our way to a new system. So if you back all the way out, and then all the way up here on the top right, we're going to go to the Armstrong Nebula. And once we go here, we should get a message from Alliance Command.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy, Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Alright, so we have a new mission available called Geth Incursion, and that mission is going to be spread across all 4 of these star systems. So first we're going to go over to Gagarin. Alright, here we're going to pull up the planet Junthor, Matriarch's Writings, and then Anti-Rumgon for another light metal. And then down here on the bottom left, this red planet here, Rayangri. Not sure if that's how you say it, but we're going to land. Now, first things first, we're going to kind of go back and forth here. So, we're going to start with adding Caden and Garrus to our party. Alright, landing on this planet should pop the trophy, Medal of Exploration 3, for landing on 8 uncharted worlds. And yes, Luna did count as one of these. So real quickly, we're going to take a look at our squad points. Originally, before episode 7, I had you at 7 assault rifle, 3 sniper rifle, 4 combat armor, 6 soldier, which now it has been turned into Commando since we did the Rogue VI mission, 8 Charm, and 7 Spectre training. If you have enough points, we are going to be sitting at 7 Sniper Rifle, 7 Combat Armor, 5 Assault training, 4 Fitness to pick up immunity, thanks to the immunity specialization that we get from Commando. This was formerly your soldier. You need to be at 9 points in Commando, 10 points in Charm, and finally have 11 in Spectre training. Again, if you don't have enough points, don't worry about it. Just fill in from top to bottom, because at this point with Shepard, as long as you have the 10 points in Charm, you're good. That is our main priority with Shepard right now. And now looking at Kaidan, originally he had 1 throw. I had you put 4 into Decryption, 1 into Electronics, and 2 into Sentinel. Currently, I have added up to 8 points into Decryption, 4 in Electronics, and 3 into Sentinel. We will be getting back to him later to spend these points, so as long as you have this, you're caught up with me. Now looking at Garrus, I originally had you at 6 Assault Rifles, 3 Sniper Rifle, 3 Tactical Armor, 9 Decryption, 1 in First Aid, and 6 in Turian Agent. To catch up with me, add 1 point into Tactical Armor for a total of 4, 4 into Damping, 6 into First Aid to unlock Electronics, and then put 5 points into Electronics. Once you have those caught up, before we continue on, return to the Normandy and then land back on this planet with different squad members. Now we're going to do Rex and Tali. All right, now go back to your squad, and we're going to look at Rex. And with Rex, I originally had you at 5 Assault Rifles, 4 Shotguns, 5 Combat Armor, 1 Warp, 6 Barrier, and 1 Stasis, and 6 Krogan Battlemaster. Now I need you to have 7 Warp to unlock Throw. Go ahead and put 2 points into Throw, and then level 3 Stasis. He does have additional points, but we are not using him at the moment, so we will be returning to him later. Next is Tali. Originally, I had you at 3 pistols, 2 basic armor, 9 electronics, 9 decryption, 7 hacking, and 6 Quarian machinist. I am now up to 8 in pistols and 4 into basic armor. Once you're done adding in those points, go ahead and return to the Normandy one last time. And we're going to land once more. And now we're going to use Tali and Liara because I have all of the other trophies for the rest of the squad members, but I don't have it for Tali yet, and we just got Liara, so we definitely don't have the one for her. All right, now to quickly look over Liara, I have 8 in Throw, 1 in Lift, 7 in Warp, 7 in Singularity, 5 in Barrier, 2 in Stasis, 7 in First Aid. I have 0 in Electronics currently because we're not really going to be using her to unlock things, and 6 in Asari Scientists. That covers all of our squad members. And now we should be ready to go. All right, so in our starting location, we're going to go east. You'll notice the deposit on the minimap. Light metal. And now we're going to travel southeast. You'll see the debris icon. Now we're going to go southwest around this mountain. You'll see another deposit. So you could have gone either way. You didn't necessarily have to follow me. Just make your way around this mountain right here and then just head towards the deposit icon on your minimap until you see this reddish stone.
I'm on my way.
Rare element. And now we're going to go west. So go around this mountain. You'll notice the anomaly icon on your mini-map. Head towards it. League of One Medallion. And go north to the deposit. And we're gonna go north. You see another anomaly icon. And out of all this, you'll just notice the one crate, loot it. Scavengers who made this camp are gone. They seem to have abandoned it abruptly some time ago. So with that, if you look on the map, we did get a map update. Overrun Research Outpost. So we need to go east-southeast from where we currently are. And you'll notice on top of that mountain right there, you'll see what looks to be a beacon of some sort or a light. That's where we're headed. And you will notice all of the dragon's teeth is what they're called. So we know the Geth have been here. We're going to enter in. Easy decryption locker. Through this door, be ready for some combat. Best thing I will say is make use of Tali's shield or overload, sabotage, and all of Liara's abilities can be useful here. Every one of these we are going to need a trophy for, so make use of them while they're off of cooldown. All right, once you clear the room, go here to the south side of the room. You'll notice the door. And there's going to be husks on both sides. We'll start with the left. And you will notice that once you have cleared out both of those rooms, more husks will appear outside. We're going to go ahead and clear out both rooms for any lootable crates or lockers.
Area secured.
My mistake, they're not husks, they are Geth. So we do have a couple of Geth destroyers that will launch rockets at you. Now would be a good time to try out Tali's hacking ability, as well as continue using Liara's abilities as soon as you can. But make sure you don't get hit by the rockets because they do hurt. That was terrifying.
Area secured.
All right, once you have cleared out the facility, go ahead and make your way back. And we will be ambushed outside. So take cover, use abilities. So I did get the trophy for the overload ability. As I said, just keep spamming all the abilities that they have that are mainly offensive, and you should pop the trophies eventually. Alright, so with that being done, we can return to the Normandy, and we can move on to the next system. We're going to go to Tereshkova. And we have a couple of planets that we could check out here. We're gonna go to Thegase, or Thejus, or however you want to say it, for a heavy metal. Adamalrus, another heavy metal. And on the right side here, there's an unknown. Scan it. And survey. There's a League of One Medallion. And lastly, we go to Antibar. And we land. There's Tali and Liara. All right, once we land, first place we want to go is to the southeast. There it is. Eventually you'll see this deposit down here to the south, or to, well, now it's west of me, but this is what we're looking for right here. Another heavy metal. Now we're going to go directly west from here. And then once you see the barrier, head north. So up there, you'll notice the X mark and the anomaly signal. Be careful when we get there. There will be a Thresher Maw ambush. And of course, we know how to deal with them. So keep your distance, keep moving, and just be careful. And just like that, now you'll notice there are Geth strewn across the ground here. Looks like they got ambushed by the Thresher Maw and got what they deserved. You could check the wreckage for discovery. The vehicle and the human corpses show the telltale signs of Geth weapons fire. The Geth have been mangled by the Thresher Maw. At least they got what was coming to them. And of course, there's an anomaly over here. Looks to be some sort of alien structure. It's a Prothean ruin. Another Prothean data disk. All right, now we're going to go to the east and slightly north. Another light metal. Now we're going to go straight east. And over here to the left, we're going to make our way around here. You'll notice our mini-map is jammed, which means there are Geth close by. Just whatever you do, keep moving. Try not to sit still. Some locations might be a little bit harder to hit them. Main focus should be the Colossus. Once the Colossus is down, we can kind of go center of this little structure and then take them out from the inside. Now they ain't got walls guarding them. And we'll have another lot of them come in.
Two outposts done. We're halfway there.
All right, now we're going to go south to this debris, and then we're going to go a little bit further south to this area around here for another deposit. We're going to make our way around from where we came. Go over this hump. There's the probe.
En route.
Once you have that, then we're going to continue going a little bit further south. And there is our last mineral deposit on this world. Another light metal, and that is located right here on the map. Once you have that, we are ready to go. Next, we're going to go to Hong. And first, we're going to go to Matar. Matriarch's Writing. Trigger. For another light metal. And then we are going to land on Casbin. Alright, so now that we have landed on Casbin, there's one thing I want to do. So if you look about right over here, where it's really white, indicating the mountains that are in this area, right about here, we're going to place a marker by hitting A on Xbox or X on PlayStation. And we're going to put that marker there to remind us there is a deposit that's about halfway up one of those mountains, but we can't reach it from this side. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take out everything else that we can find here. And then once we take out the Geth outpost that you see right here on the map, then we're going to use this area to cut across here and get to that deposit. First, we're going to head northwest just through this opening right here. You'll see the indicator on your minimap just there. Just kind of carefully climb up the mountain. And I have noticed that anytime you try to climb up a really steep incline like that, if you aim your Mako and just kind of travel along like at a kind of like a sideways trajectory, you won't immediately slide down. It's usually if you point straight up like this and then you come to a stop, you'll start sliding down. But if you kind of go like this and just keep yourself pointed like that, you can traverse along the mountain. Just don't point straight up and down like that, or otherwise you'll immediately slide down. That's usually how I kind of brute force my way up some of these mountains. And you'll see the beacon just over there. Salarian ID tag, that is 3 of 3. Alright, once you have found that, next we're gonna go northwest some more. Not down there. Instead, we need to make our way back up here. So if you haven't already, do not fall down into that hole. Instead, make your way over here. Just kind of traverse along the high tops. Just as you crest over the mountain here, head down. Once you pick that up, now we're going to head northeast, and you'll notice those turret icons on the minimap. That's where we're going. Maybe. Alright, you'll start to see the Geth turrets up there. We're going to make our way up there, clear them out. Again, with these, you can easily run them over to disorient them temporarily so that you can just kind of hammer away at them. Make it a little bit easier on you. Once they're all out, run up and deactivate the Geth transmitter. The Geth array is transmitting regular data bursts on an encrypted channel using the Alliance's own FTL comm buoys. It's not clear where the data is being directed nor the content of the signal. All right. Now that we've got that taken care of, we're going to go east-southeast in search of another mineral deposit. So head more east than southeast, and you will see it just over there. Heavy metal. And now we're going to head southeast some more. Kind of go through this opening around this side of the mountain. You'll notice the signal jamming, which means Geth are nearby. We're going to follow this path around. And it should take us to another Geth outpost that we need to clear out. And then kind of make your way out once they're all cleared out, because the Geth ship is going to arrive and drop off some more enemies.
Just one more.
All right. Now with that done, we have to carefully make our way over this mountain so we can get to that final deposit. So the best way you can, just try to find a way to stair step yourself up to the very peak. Again, if you have to, just kind of go at a sideways angle so you don't point straight up and down and slide off. As long as you reach the green areas, you shouldn't slide that much. And once you've reached the top, you'll notice the deposit on the minimap. So once we get over here, very carefully start working your way down, but don't go off too fast so you don't go launching yourself off and having to come all the way around here again. You'll notice there's a deposit right there. Just carefully slide down. Make sure you get yourself on this ledge.
Securing point.
Rare element. And with that, we are done. And now we travel to the final system, Vamshi. And we only have one planet that we can survey, and that's Pregel. Turian Insignia. Now we're going to go to Magi, and we're going to land. All right, from our landing site, we're going to go southeast. You'll see the deposit. Rare element. And now we're going to go directly east. And it's kind of hard to see, but there is something sticking out of the ground right there. It's a ancient debris. Turian Insignia. Now we're going to go to the other marker that's just northeast. Oh, it's right here. Odd skull. This massive skull is scored by deflected mass accelerator shots. The xenobiology files in your hard suit computer can't identify the species. It must have been brought here from an unknown world. That oddly looks like a xenomorph queen. I don't think that's what it is, but... Alright, once you found that, just go straight east. And you'll see the debris icon. Now northwest. Light metal. And then we're going to go northwest again. And you'll see the deposit, but also turrets. Luckily, we can grab the deposit, which is right here, before we have to deal with the turrets. Just make sure you can park kind of flat. light metal. And making your way through these, you'll notice that the turrets are actually guarding a path. So for some extra experience, we're going to go ahead and take all of them out. Just as before, once you cleared them all out, be ready. Ha! That was actually kind of funny. And you can just...
This is odd. I would have expected one of these outposts to be a main base of operations for the Geth Incursion into this region.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
It must be a message from the primary Geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and eliminate them.
All right. With that, return to the Normandy. Now we're going to zoom out. And we will have one additional system appear, Grissom. Benda, Survey, League of One Medallion, Zahyrix, Light Metal. All right, from Zahyrix, go up here to this outer asteroid ring. Rocky Asteroid, Survey, Rare Element. And finally, you'll notice there's a planet with a moon. Not in ban, but we want to go to its moon, Sulcrum. All right, so to start out, we're going to go south-southeast, or west, sorry, south-southwest. So just over this mountain. And on the other side of these mountains, you'll notice the anomaly. My mistake, it is on top. An Asari capsule for another matriarch writing. Now we're gonna go east and slightly south. We're aiming for just the right side of that mountain right there. So we're gonna go kind of behind it. You'll notice the debris. We're gonna go there and pick that up. Now we're gonna go east and then north. We're gonna use this little incline right here to kind of climb up top there. Make it easier for us to get on the other side. So very carefully, once you get up here, just kind of make your way across. And as you move over, you'll notice the deposit icon. That's where we're headed. And ever so slightly right over this. Another light metal. And now we're going to go straight north. You might see a mission icon on the minimap. We're actually going to pass that first, and we're going to finish grabbing the discovery items that we have here before we go and tackle that mission. Again, just keep making your way north. It's kind of a shoddy terrain, but with a little bit of finesse, we can make it. And there's our deposit we're looking for. Rare element. And now we're gonna go west, northwest. It's just right over there. That's one way to get down. Again, we're going west. rare element. And that is all of the discoveries on this moon. And now we're going to use this big open area to traverse our way slightly to the east and then south. Once you get around here, head straight south and we should run into our mission objective. Right on the other side of this hump. Alright, once the area is clear, find the green door panel and then head inside. And of course, get ready for battle. Be sure to use your abilities as often as you can. Take cover. As the last Geth falls, you hear music from across the room. On the monitor, a Quarian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful a cappella of worlds and innocent lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. Alright, once this area is completed, go through the door here on the other side of the room. Upgrade kit. Secure crate. And then the important piece. Geth terminal. You discover a number of encrypted Geth data files. In the proper hands, they could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. Download the data, and now we are done. Be sure if any of your party members are hurting, or if you yourself are hurting, use your Medi-Gel so that way we can get closer to getting the trophy. Hop in the Mako and return to the Normandy. Now, with that done, We have to do one more important thing. And we're going to make our way around. We're going to go down into engineering. And we're going to talk to Tali.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years, but it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Be sure to give this to Tali. It is not something that is crucial, nor is it tied to a trophy here in Mass Effect 1, but it will actually play a slight role in Mass Effect 2.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt, one I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saturn and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
All right. And with that, that is going to have to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If this guide is helping you out, please be sure to leave a like and a comment if you haven't done so already, as it does greatly help the channel. Also, if you're new and you would like to continue following along with this guide, be sure to hit subscribe. I would love to have you here. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful day.